Welcome to this short presentation of French studies in SELCS. My name is Dr. Thibaut de Rolley. I'm French, and I'm the director of the Department of French and Francophone Studies, which is one of the components of the School of European Languages, Cultures and Society. So it's also one of the largest departments of French studies in the UK. We have a team composed of about 20 members of staff who specialize in a wide range of fields and disciplines: French language, French and Francophone literature, covering all periods from the Middle Ages to the contemporary period, comparative literature, French history, French politics, sociology and political thought, film studies, literary theory and critical theory, including issues relating to race, gender, feminism, psychoanalysis, the posthuman, and so on. You can find more information about my colleagues and myself on the SELCS website. So you go on the SELCS website, you look for the people page, and then you look for the French page. And that will give you a better idea of our backgrounds, of what we teach, and of our research interests and expertise. And it can also lead you to our research web pages where you can even read selected publications. So we welcome about 80 undergraduate students each year on our courses. And these first year students can register on a variety of programs. We have students doing French exclusively, so that's French single honors. Most students do read French and another language. So it's either a language offered in SELCS, for instance, French and Spanish, or French and Italian, or French and German, Portuguese, or a Scandinavian language. But it can also be a language offered in other schools and departments or institutions. For instance, French and Arabic, which is taught at the Arabic part is taught at SOAS, or French and Russian, or French and Latin. Other students read French and a non-language subject. And again, they study partly in SELCS and partly in another school or department. So that could be, for instance, French and English. So the student will divide their time between SELCS and the English department, or French and philosophy, or French and history of art, or French with film studies, or French with management studies. And we also welcome each year a large number of students from comparative literature, from the BA Language and Culture, and from EISPS, that's European and International Social and Political Studies. So students who come to attend French modules because they have chosen French as one of their main languages. Again, you can find on the SELCS webpage more information about these programs, more information about the structure of your degree, and about the BA modules available for each year in French. I'm just going to give you a rough idea of what you could study with us in French studies in SELCS. So in their first year, our students select a range of modules according to their diet. Some modules are compulsory, some are optional, and it depends on the program you're reading. So in French, students usually take a couple of compulsory language modules, use of French 1 and French oral 1. And they also take a core literature module named Reading French Texts. Reading French Text is a module taught over 2 terms, which offers a broad introduction to French and Francophone literature, through a selection of 6 texts going again from the Middle Ages to the contemporary period. And first year students can also select modules in French history, that's the making of modern France, in French film and or / a project module in which they learn how to research and write short pieces of discursive French. In the second year, in addition to the language modules, always 2 compulsory language modules, use of French 2 in this case, and French oral 2. So our students can choose from a wide range of modules in literature that again cover all periods of French and Francophone literature, or modules on French history or French sociology. The third year of your program is an important, very important year, a very important moment. That's normally the moment when you leave for your year abroad, and when you have the possibility to spend several months studying or working in France or in a Francophone country. If you're reading French single honors, you would spend a full year abroad in France or in the Francophone country. If you're doing French and another subject, you would spend normally 6 months. Then you return to London and you return to UCL, and that's the moment of the final year. And in the final year, you have again the possibility to choose from a wide range of modules, which are, in this case, research-led modules, which means that these modules are directly linked to your tutor's research interest and activity. So they are informed by your tutor's research, and in return, they also help us to develop our research. And the purpose of these modules is also to train you, not just, to train you as researchers. So these modules can allow you to work on topics which are as different and exciting as, I'm quoting just a few examples, the construction of European identities in medieval texts, that's legendary histories, or the representations and debates around AIDS in France from the early 1980s to the end of the 20th century, that's cultures of AIDS. Or to work on gender, race, and sexuality in post-colonial literature and visual arts, or on far-right politics in France, or on the history of the First World War in France, that's à la guerre comme à la guerre, or on science and literature in 19th century France. I personally teach a module entitled Fiction and the Archives, Rewriting Criminal Stories in Early Modern France. If you want to learn more about this module and see how it's connected to my personal research, you can check the French taster that is dedicated to it. That will give you a better idea of the kind of things we do in final year. I hope this gives you a better idea of what French studies has to offer, and of what your BA in French would look like if, as we hope, you decided to join us. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you at the start of next academic year.